Dear students, welcome to our class on JRF, SRF, NET 2022. Specialized subject, Part C, Agriculture Meteorology, third lecture. Now, in the first two lectures, we tried to understand what are the most common questions from different chapters, whether it is general meteorology, general climatology, agricultural climatology, evapotranspiration, climate change, weather forecasting for agriculture, or crop growth models. So, same things only in good number of bits we are going to cover from our core course, that is agriculture meteorology, specialized subject from now onwards, like that only. Now, the first question is solar radiation, as also photosynthetically active radiation, PAR. The units of measurement of solar radiation and or PAR is watts per meter square. Any energy units, okay, we measure the solar radiation. The study of relationship between properties and plant production. Once again I will read. The study of relationship between properties and plant production is known as edaphology. Now, triticale is a cross between wheat and rice. Why I am giving these bits is in agriculture meteorology, something related to agriculture and meteorology, even general meteorology will come. So that's why. Now, so which region of the atmosphere is having the lowest temperature? Please note, which region of the atmosphere has the lowest temperature? Now, let us say in the troposphere up to 16 kilometers. In the troposphere, the temperature goes on decreasing as the height increases. Now, tropopause. Okay, there is a no change. Now, next, stratosphere. In the stratosphere, the temperature goes on decreasing. Okay, in the stratosphere, the temperature goes on increasing. Troposphere decreasing, stratosphere increasing. Even in the case of stratopause. Now, in the mesosphere, the temperature again and again goes on decreasing. What is the reason for that? In the second class, we tried to understand. The reason is there are no enough gaseous molecules in the mesosphere to absorb and heat. That's why in the mesosphere, the temperature goes on decreasing. The lowest temperature in the atmosphere is in the mesopause. If answer is given mesosphere, tick it. If it is given mesopause, tick for mesopause. So this is the thing. Now, the atmosphere contains 78% of nitrogen, 20% of O2. We know it. Now, up to what approximate height of the atmosphere this proportion remains constant? Approximately up to 80 kilometers, this proportion remains constant. Most of the students answer it as a troposphere. No. Up to troposphere 16, stratosphere 55 to 60, mesosphere up to mesosphere. Please note that the proportion is almost same. Whether it is of the total molecules, whether 78 nitrogen, 21 oxygen. That's it. Now, see which of the following is not a unit of pressure. Please note that pressure units are several are there. Atmosphere is there, Pascal is there, Torr is there, and everything. Among these things, which is not, you should find out. Newton is not. The answer is, let us see, positive way. So, what are the units of measurement of pressure? Let us see units. Atmosphere, pascals, what not. Force per unit area, any force per unit area units. So you should pick up which is not among them. That's what. Now, so Axman spiral is related to which weather parameter? Axman spiral. It is related to radiation. Which of the following weather phenomena is associated with the funnel-shaped cloud? The funnel-shaped cloud you find in the tornado. Another bit that would appear in the with reference to tornado is upward spiral movement of air is the basic characteristic feature of the tornado. Another bit related to tornado, the tornadoes occurring on water are known as water spouts. Water spouts. These are the related bits with reference to tornado. Funnel-shaped cloud, tornado. Water sports means tornado on the water. Upward spiral movement of the air is the basic phenomenon, scientific feature of the tornado. Now the next bit is something like this which will come. List 1 on the left side, list 2 on the right side. For the list 1, the numbers given are A, B, C, D. This is the standard procedure. List 1, A, B, C, D. List 2, Roman letters 1, 2, 3, 4. I again say it. List 1, A, B, C, D. List 2, Roman letters 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, list 1, some points are given. List B, okay, some answers are given. Match list 1 with list 2. They never ask match list 2 with list 1. No, match the following from list 1 to list 2. Now the answers are 1, 2, 3, 4, they will give it. In the 1, 2, 3, what they give? List 1, we have to answer list 1 questions with list 2. That's why the answers start with 1, A, B, C, D, 2, not Roman letters, numerical letters, 1, 2, 3, 4, A, B, C, D. Now, here, the question is like this, possible question. Actual evapotranspiration, amount of rainfall, cloud height, wind speed. For example, on the list 1, these are given. On the list 2, sonic anemometer, ceilometer, lysimeter, or pluviometer. Now, what is the instrument that is measured to, that is used to measure the weather parameters that are given, weather or derived weather parameters that are given in the list 1. Now, actual ET, lysimeter. Please note that this is a trickish question. Actually, the evaporation and transpiration is measured 100% with accuracy by using lysimeters. So, evapotranspiration, you wanted to measure evaporation, you wanted to measure, this is the best instrument. It is installed in the field of a crop, lysimeters. Now, evapotranspiration, the answer is lysimeter. Now, actual amount of rainfall, I told several times. The actual amount of rainfall, that is self-recording rain gauge. It is also known as pluviograph. Pluviograph. What is pluviometer? Pluviometer is to measure the raindrop size and the velocity. Pluviometer is used. Now, cloud height, ceilometer, wind speed, anemometers, different types of anemometers are there. Sonic anemometer, what not, different. Anemometer to measure wind speed, this is the thing. Now, see, the first maize hybrid in India is Ganga 1. So much of research is going on with agriculture. This bit had appeared several times. The first maize hybrid in India is Ganga 1. Now, see, some questions like this are given. Statement A, reason R. Statement A or reason R. Or assertion A or reason R. Assertion and reason we give. For example, temperature increases with height in the stratosphere. Temperature increases with height in the stratosphere. Is it correct? Yes, it is correct. Now, what is the reason? The reason given is ozone absorbs ultraviolet radiation in the stratosphere and makes the stratosphere warm. This is the reason. Please note. Questions comes like this as far as SRF is concerned. Pakka, nobody can escape it. Just 2 minutes back, I told that why the mesosphere or mesopause are the coldest layers of the atmosphere, because enough atoms or enough molecules are not present. That is the reason. Now, coming to stratosphere. Stratosphere temperature goes on increasing. Why? Troposphere temperature goes on decreasing. In the stratosphere temperature goes on increasing. The reason is ozone layer is most part of the ozone, 30 to 55 kilometers from the surface of the earth. Ozonosphere is mostly in the tropical areas. That's why ozone absorbs the solar radiation, particularly what? UV. That's why the stratosphere is warm. These are the reasons. Assertion reason questions will come. Now, once again, I would like to say, number 1, yes, temperature increases in the stratosphere. The reason is ozone absorbs UV radiation and makes the stratosphere warm. Now, so what is the new normal date of onset of monsoon at Delhi? At Delhi, it is 27th of June. In India, 1st of June. In Delhi, 27th of June. Now, during which months the Earth as a whole gets maximum solar radiation. Earth as a whole gets maximum solar radiation during December and January, both in the northern and southern hemisphere, because of Coriolis force, because of the angle, because of the angle of the Earth, which refers to the plane, zenith. Now, December and January, most solar radiation, most of solar is received on both the hemispheres. Now, examine the following statements and find the correct answer. Now, here two statements are given. Which statement is correct? Number one, rational climatic classification is given by Penman in the year 1948. Potential evapotranspiration concept was used in the rational climatic classification. Now, the answer is in the PET concept, rational climatic classification is used in the PET concept, rational climatic classification. However, rational climatic classification was not given by Penman. Penman had worked extensively on micrometeorology, with particularly to evapotranspiration, reference curve evapotranspiration, potential evapotranspiration, actual evapotranspiration, calculation of ETO, calculation of coefficients, all these things he worked extensively. But he never worked on the climatic classification. That's why the answer is rational climatic classification is given by Penman in the year 1948 is wrong. However, he had used PET concept was used in rational climatic. PET concept, potential evapotranspiration concept, was used in rational climatic. This is the correct answer. In the PET concept, rational climatic classification was used because the whole globe, what are the demands of water? What is the demand of water for different crops, trees, and everything while working those things in PET concept. Rational climatic classification was used. This is the correct answer. For which of the following activities standardized precipitation index SPI is used? Usually India uses in drought monitoring. In drought, what is a drought? Drought is a situation in which crops fail to mature. That is the situation. That's why standard precipitation index SPI, we call it, is used in monitoring the drought. This is the thing. So some questions would be like this. As far as moisture content in the atmosphere is concerned, in the ascending order, in the descending order. Now a question would come. So it is the thing. Usually the ascending order of moisture availability in the atmosphere is arid, semi-arid, subhumid, humid, perhumid. Once again I will like to say, in the increasing order of the water vapor, arid, semi-arid, subhumid, humid, perhumid. This is the sequence. A question would may come like this. Now, the next one, list 1, list 2, as I said, in the list 1, please note, in the list 1, the questions are A, B, C, D, capital A, capital B, capital C, capital D. In the list 2, what are the answers? So, Roman letter 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, the question is like this. Subtropical high to equatorial low, with respect to surface winds. Subtropical high to equatorial low. B, subtropical high to subpolar low. Polar high to polar low. Cyclone in Caribbean Sea. These are the things in the list 1, A, B, C, D. Once again, for your academic interest, I will read. Surface winds. What are the surface winds? Subtropical high to equatorial low. B, subtropical high to subpolar low. Exactly opposite. Third, C, polar high to polar low. Cyclones in Caribbean Sea. Now the answers are westerly, hurricane, easterly, trade. Again I am telling you, Roman letter 1, Roman letter 2, Roman letter 3, Roman letter 4. The answers are given in 1, 2, 3, 4. In the numerical 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the answers are given A, B, C, D, A, B, C in everything. 1, A, B, C, D. 2, A, B, C, D. 3, A, B, C, D. 4, A, B, C, D. Now the answer is, correct answer is subtropical high to equatorial low. They are trade winds. Subtropical high to subpolar low. Subtropical high to subpolar low. These are called as westerlies. Once again I will tell. Subpolar high to equator. easterlies. Exactly opposite of westerlies. Subtropical high to polar westerlies. Now, the third is polar high to polar low. Okay, what are these? What we call it as the easterlies. First one is the trade winds. Subpolar high to subtropical high to equatorial low trade winds. Subtropical high to subpolar low westerlies. Now, polar high to polar low, it is easterlies. And the fourth one, cyclones in the Caribbean Sea are known as hurricane. So please note that in my book Basic Principles of Agriculture, this diagram I had given there. Equator is there. Towards the equator, subtropical high to equatorial low, we call them as the trade winds. Subtropical high to subpolar low, we call them as the westerlies. Polar high to polar low, we call them as the easterlies. Okay, easterlies. Cyclones in Caribbean are known as hurricane. So these are the things that I would like to share with you. In class 4, we meet again. Thanking you very much for your very patient hearing.